Hi, my loves. My name is Pia. I'm an astrologer and manifestation coach. If you are new on this channel, I'm doing mainly tarot readings on YouTube, and this is going to be another message for you. It's actually very similar to the one that I did before. I'm going to link that as well. I just have some more information on what is going on with that. I'm going into that in a minute. But before that, I just wanted to share with you that I'm also doing one-on-one work. So if you're curious about something in your life, if you want some guidance, if you want to do a tarot reading or an astrology reading, I'm your girl. I've linked the info in the description box below so you can check out my offers. And yeah, with that out of the way, I just want to say that your dreams are materializing very, very soon. And the first card that I pulled was the Joy card, the Sun card. So this materialization of dreams is going to bring a lot of joy, a lot of new sense of aliveness into your life. You are going to be full with joy and your heart is going to be full. So this is the first card that I pulled. And it's it's one of the most, yeah, it's actually the most joyful card in the tarot deck, the Sun card. What I pulled as well is that your dreams are going to materialize very, very quickly. But the second thing that I heard was be patient, because the materialization of these dreams you have been dreaming about probably for a long time, it's going to come at a time where you are almost not expecting it. And it's like you are so immersed in your life, in, doing the things that you are enjoying anyways, that this is just like coming at a time where you maybe least expect it, but it's going to rock your world, I hear. It's going to rock your world. It's going to be very, very fulfilling in the heart space. And yeah, the one thing that I want you to know is keep believing, even if these things might not be here yet, or even if you might not see something happening at the moment. Keep believing, keep trusting, because what we are shedding as a mindset, and I talked about this in the last video, what we are shedding as a mindset is this constant fear or constant doubt about our dreams, of feeling like we don't deserve something, or um, we are always going to be disappointed. Things are not happening for us. That's what I'm hearing. So we are shedding a mindset of victimhood. We are shedding this feeling of that we are always going to be, I'm hearing like left in the dark or left at the sideways. I feel like you might even have felt that you were not really living your life fully the past years, or even since childhood. I think that you actually have been in a very, very long preparation phase, and you felt a long time in your life, like long periods of your life, you felt like you were not really living, you were not really the main character, you were not really living the life, the your life. You were not in, I hope this makes sense. You were not in the picture. You were kind of like observing everything that was going on, but you were standing on the outskirts. And now you are like moving, and this is actually happening for a long time. You're moving more and more into the center of your life. And actually, that is what is going to trigger all of these beautiful manifestations. You moving into the center of your life, you really being and living in your life and fully emerging in whatever it is that you love, that you like, that you love to do. So this is so, so, so powerful. And really one of the message that Spirit wants me to really, emphasize on is don't wait on these things coming in, because that's just going to pull you out of your own space and in your of your own joy and love. If we are waiting for something, we are feeling like something isn't quite right yet, something is missing, something isn't here yet. And really what it is about is you learning to um, be so excited and so immersed in what's happening at the moment that all of these things are going to so quickly materialize in your life. It's just going to be another reflection of the joy that you are already living. I want to really emphasize that. And also not obviously like scare you that you can do something wrong or that you have to really do it right, because that's also one of the mindsets that we are going to shift. But I just want to encourage you to really be present with your life at the moment, and don't worry so much about those things because they are coming eventually anyways. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to force anything, you don't have to like work harder. You have already put in so much work, you have already planted the seeds, and now it's reaping time. Now you are like meant to actually experience and harvest all of these seeds that you have planted in the past. And it's going to be a very, very quick process when it's coming in. It's like, and again, as I said, it's going to happen at a time where you maybe are so immersed in your life, in whatever you are doing, that you don't really, you're not like waiting for it. You don't expect it to come because you are already fulfilled. You are already fulfilled in your heart. And that's what's going to trigger all of these things coming in. Let me just quickly go through my tarot cards because I pulled actually a lot. What I'm also hearing as a side note is be open to socializing, like, surround yourself with a lot of people you love, surround yourself with your friends, surround yourself with good connections, because that's just going to, first of all, that's what life is all about, to be honest. Like, life is all about your connections. And second of all, it's going to really like trigger and even fasten up this process of you manifesting, because you're so immersed in your current connections that you feel joy and excitement, and this is going to trigger a lot of the things materializing, a lot of your dreams materializing. I feel like you also, what I'm going to say, this is also something coming through, and I'm not exactly sure yet what it means, but I feel like a lot of you, I'm hearing like putting all your eggs in one basket. I feel like a lot of you have been really consistently putting all your eggs in one basket. Maybe in the past you have been more confused, or you have been, like, um, yeah, dividing your attention between a lot of different things. And I feel like the past months, you've actually worked on putting your focus and your attention on only the things that are really, really important to you and you want to prioritize. You didn't divide your attention anymore to a lot of different things that maybe even didn't, you know, that maybe even weren't really fulfilling you. It was just out of duty, I hear. Out of duty, you kept doing those things, or you kept thinking that this is what you have to do, this is what you need to do in order to be a good citizen, in order to have a good life. This is what you have to put in your energy. But it wasn't really coming from a heart space. It wasn't really fulfilling. And I feel like you have been changing that. And you have to keep changing that. So if you feel like there are some things you're putting your attention and focus to that are not really, that are not really fulfilling to your heart space, or that are just like duties that you feel like you have to do, quit them, because they are going to take up space. And something that I said actually in my last message, which is now coming through again, is like making space is very, very big when it comes to our manifestation. The more we make space for new things to come in or for our dreams dropping in, the better. So if you feel like you are like entertaining certain habits or entertaining certain things that aren't really fulfilling you, really let go of that. Let go of that and keep trusting that if you are only focusing on the things that bring you the most joy, that are actually connected to your heart, that you feel really connected to, are going to be the ones that are, first of all, again, like putting you in that space of being joyful and excited about your life, like really being the main character, really like living your life to the fullest, and then also triggering this process of manifestations coming in. That's what I'm seeing here. So put your eggs in one basket. Socialize, spend time with good people in your life, spend time with people who you trust, who you love, who you like, who you just want to spend more time with, and allow this process to unfold. I'm going to pull another oracle card, and maybe if there's something still, and again, be patient with something that comes in, be patient. Don't just because, things are not happening fast in the material realm doesn't mean that there's things moving in the spiritual realm. That's something that I also wanted to say, that, sometimes like seemingly nothing happens because we are just focused on what we can see with our own eyes. We are just focused on what we can see. Like we see, okay, for example, if you have applied for a very great job and you're not hearing anything from that job for weeks, you might start to doubt that it's not going to work out for you. But actually, what's happening in behind the scenes in the energy is that the space, or like the universe, is preparing things for you to enter that job. And maybe it needs still some things on your side to do, for example, letting go of like habits that are not like aligned with this new job, or there's something, even on the job part, on the job end, that needs to be fixed and that needs to be changed. Even if things sometimes may take longer, still keep trusting, keep your trust high. Don't fall into the old mindset of, I'm not gonna get there anyways. I'm going to be disappointed again. This is old. This is old stuff. This is the old story. We don't want that anymore. It's not gonna help us. It's not gonna help you. And you already have moved out of that space, but sometimes, obviously, if things take longer than expected, we might go into the doubting space again, and we feel like, um, we are like jumping a little bit back, but it's not a big problem. Just keep reminding yourself that you don't see what's going on in the background, and you have to keep trusting. All right, let's see if there's one. I'm just gonna keep this very, very simple today because it's just another um continuation of what I've already just said. I pulled the Five of Materials. Usually I don't pull the five. I'm not like taking reversals, but this came out reversed. So I feel like what's going is like this feeling of, oh yeah. I feel like in the past you've been very much in lack mentality, not only in lack mentality, but you have felt always like there's something missing. You need to have more, 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 more. I'm hearing more, more, more. And this is also something that you are letting go of. This mindset of there needs to be more again, there needs to be more, and I need to have more money, I need to have more resources, I need to have more friends, I need to have whatever. We like, our mind is so good in finding new things that we need. And I feel like you have been really like also working on being grateful for the things that are currently in your life. And this is going to also, help you manifest a lot of these new things. And again, it's not about like the materialization of those things. If you have been watching my manifestation stuff, manifestation is actually about us becoming more aligned with our soul, like really feeling fulfilled in the moment, really feeling like whole where we are. And that's why the manifestation process is so hard for some. It's because a lot of people, they are like spending so much time waiting on what's not here yet, instead of like really putting the focus into their heart, really putting the focus on the present moment right now, and finding the fulfillment in the now space. But I feel like you have been really working on that, and that's why a lot of these manifestations are coming in quick. Yeah, I love that. So this, I want to actually keep it like that. And I'm going to pull another oracle card for closing out this video. I hope this was helpful, guys. I love to do these readings, especially if there's such good messages coming through. Yeah, I feel like the past few months were like really challenging for a lot of you. But I also want to say, I don't think it was like too challenging. I think many of you have been working through way more like crazy stuff before, like, and the last few months were not easy, but they were just like preparation for this moment right now. And then the next few months. And I think you've been always kind of like intuitively feeling that it's not going to be challenging forever. It's going to shift. And I think, yeah, you've been waiting for this moment. And I feel like you have been actually very, very patient. So I also wanted to say, like, congrats, girl or boy. You have done a very, very great job. And let's see what the last card says now. Um, Let me see. Ooh, the Panther. I love this one. I actually kind of know the message. I am still going to read it to you. Yeah. Spirit of vulnerability. You don't need to apologize for who you are. The spirit of the Panther says, let yourself be seen. It's time to love yourself and let people love you just the way you are. It is only through vulnerability that true love can be accessed. But it's a risk because it means you allow people to see you fully, including the parts of yourself that you are ashamed of. And it can be scary, but it's the only way to open yourself up for healing. By being vulnerable, you stop feeling sorry for yourself and stop apologizing for who you are. You start taking up your space in a sincere and loving way. And this healing expands to the people around you. They can feel safe, and we all need the safety of being able to be human without having to pretend we are perfect. Daring, feeling vulnerable, being honest, being intimate, forming genuine connections, being authentic. Oh, I love this message as a closing out of this reading, because it's, you have been really working on letting go a lot of these, and I've actually talked about this a lot in the past, in my past readings, if you're curious about this. But I think what we have been going through the last couple of months is that process of really not hiding anything anymore, not hiding ourselves anymore from the world, being really fully ourselves, even if that's sometimes scary, even if that's sometimes like puts you in a lot of fear because you might have had like experiences in the past where for putting out those traits about yourself, putting out or like um being full yourself has actually led to you getting disappointed, or has actually led to you feeling very not loved and not accepted. And these moments were necessary for you to mature. They were necessary for you to really, you know who you are and really stand up firm in that, and like put yourself out there with more confidence, more trust in yourself. And this process was so necessary. And I feel like you are feeling the benefits of it right now, even though at that time where it happened, even though at the time where, you got like, you were hurt in the past for being you, you can now see the gift in it. And that's so, so beautiful. And that's so, so necessary. So keeping you like really trust that the more you are you, the more you are authentic. Actually, I've heard in an Instagram reel that authenticity, the frequency of authenticity is higher and more powerful than love even, which is insane because love is like, I feel like the highest, or together with peace, I think. But authenticity is even more powerful. So the more you are you, the more you are going to experience life in a very heart open and fulfilling way. And that's what we are here for, to be honest. In the end, that's what we are here for, living our lives in the most open and heartful and yeah, full way. And I'm definitely here for that. And I think you too, if you are like if you have clicked on this video. So that's it for this. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Please give me a comment if you resonate with this message. This is helping me so much. I appreciate it so much if you give me feedback. Also, if you actually stayed until the end, then give me a star in the comments. Just put a star in the comments. I would love to see who stayed until the end. And yeah, that's it, guys. I wish you the most amazing week, and I see you in my next video. Bye.